Morning. Good morning, everyone. Virginia, Lennon Holding.
Good morning, morning.
How
How are you, Belinda?
Okay, Virginia. How are you doing?
It's Philippa.
It's what?
Wait.
Philippa.
Hello.
Oh my God, the man. You're on my training as well. I've just washed my hair and it's wet and I look like a brown rat.
Don't worry, you look good. You look good. How are you?
Okay, I'm good.
Nice to see you again.
Yes, and you, my friend.
A week later, hey? I mean, we're together last Wednesday and we're here again together.
Absolutely. Isn't it awesome?
Yeah, it is.
Good.
What I'm
You
gonna
are
ask
working from home today?
No. I'm in the office. We're load shedding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to make you host. Are you going to be sharing something with us?
Yes. Presentation.
Okay. All right. I've made you host so that you can share your screen with us.
Cool bananas.
So how are things on your side?
They're busy, hey? Very busy. And being on the road and doing the whole COVID, and it's not an easy task. But I suppose it'll be okay. I mean, things start quieting down between now and December. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And you? Are you busy?
Busy, hectic. That last minute rush.
Yes. It is, and it's been travel has been last minute for a while now.
Yeah,
there is no long-term booking in advance. None of that. Hey, I think people are just scared to plan so far ahead.
Yeah, like the olden days, because they're unsure of what's going to happen.
Correct.
COVID has taught us some few things, hey?
It has completely. Really has.
Yeah.
Just so see who I've got on so far. I've got Anne-Marie, and then you. So I'm just going to give them a few more minutes because it's still early. So it's fine.
It's still early. So usually we start just after 9. So let's just see. And then I'll introduce you. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to introduce you. And then you just take it away. You just give us as much info, updates, what's currently happening in terms of the seats as well.
Yeah. And then also some updates on the additional flights. So I've just got some of that. And then you know how many people are attending on this?
Usually we have like 20-ish or 30, depending. But now because there's load shedding, I can't say. With load shedding, it's really difficult for us to say. But I hope that everyone does come through and join. They can hear what you have for us. That's Angela.
Working, but I see Phil's on, so give me 1 sec.
If Philippa's on, there's no excuse. If Marissa Thompson can't, please. But she can switch off the cameras when I start presenting, because and it just makes the transmission of the sharing of the screen easier. That's weather. It's like a cold.
But it's nice though.
I like it. I like this weather. I'm very happy with this weather.
Alrighty, please.
Belinda, there's still quite a lot of people joining, so we'll just wait another minute or two and then Phil will introduce you.
No problem. I'm good. I'm good. Just let me know.
Okay, awesome.
Seems to be lots of load shedding around today, but anyway,
no problem.
We'll have to just record the session.
It is. Belinda, can you give it like 2 minutes and then we'll start, hey?
No problem.
Alrighty, thank you. Okay, Bells, I'm going to start and then they'll just join in as we go along. So welcome everybody. Welcome to today's online training. A lovely welcome to Belinda from Mauritius. She's going to be taking us through her presentation and giving us updates of what's been happening and also any future plans. Are they adding onto their fleet? What's happening with that? She'll give us all the updates. So I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself more and start with the presentation. Take it away, Bells.
Thank you. Morning, everyone. Thank you so much for giving me the time this morning. I know that your training sessions are quite booked up, so thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I'm sure most of you know me. I might not have met you guys before, but yeah, my name is Belinda. I've been at Mauritius for 3 years now. Prior to that, I was at Travel. I was an account manager, and prior to that, travel agent. So a lot of experience in the travel industry. So I know exactly what the agents are going through and their frustrations as well as what the expectations are. So before I start my presentation, I don't want to take too much of your time. It should only take half an hour, but if there's any questions, because so many of you, I think what you can do is pop me a mail afterwards. I'll share my email address, or I'm sure you have it. Pop me a question on email or on the chat, and I'll try and get through to it. But yeah, just to like through the presentation and not to delay you guys from getting back to work. So yes, any questions, pop me a mail, and then I will gladly reply to you. Okay, I'm just gonna share my screen here. With my, give me a second, let's just go there. Sorry, I was busy on my presentation earlier. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, thank you, everyone. Okay, so just quickly, some background information on Mauritius currently. So we are being paid direct destinations from Mauritius currently. More than 50 destinations are working with our co-chair partners. We're operating 9 aircraft. Previously, we had 28. We've only got 9 currently because due to COVID and administration, we've had to sell a lot of our aircraft as well as some back. SAA also rented a few aircraft from us, so we've had to also release that. Hence, we went to administration to take the aircrafts that we do have that can service our very productive routes like a Joburg route, obviously Mauritius, Perth, and those routes that we are slowly opening up now for you guys. So we are in a process of purchasing more aircrafts to expand our route network. So that is happening. But yes, buying an aircraft, it's not like buying a car or a house. It takes a lot longer. There's branding, there's the whole soft finishing within the aircraft that need to happen. So it does take a bit of time to bring back and return our route network to what it was before COVID. So currently we are 2,000 workers worldwide for Mauritius. Johannesburg, we used to be also 28. We used to be about 28, and now we're only 9 people in Johannesburg. And I'm the only salesperson for Johannesburg. My colleague Melissa Mackay is currently living in Cape Town. She's moved down 2 weeks ago, and she'll be looking after all the Cape Town agents. So yeah, so that's us in a nutshell. We got 3 staff people working at the airport. Our people that work at the counters are part of Bidwest. So it's not Mauritius staff at the counters. If you find that your travelers are having a bit of problems at the counters, please feel free to call me as we can try and resolve that, because like I said, it's not Mauritius staff that's at the counters. We do have staff on duty at the gate. Emergency staff, but there's only 3 of them. They can't be all over at the same time. So if there is a bit of a problem at the counter that you guys need assistance with, please feel free to reach out to me. My mobile number, my email address is all on travel info and the Mauritius. So please feel free. You can call me at any time. My mobile is on 24/7, even on weekends. Okay, so I'm not going to go into the history of Mauritius. Everyone knows that Mauritius has been around for over 50 years. We have never been in the danger zone of liquidation. So we've come out of administration, and now we just growing and increasing our routes as we move along. It takes time. Everything happens in phases, as you know, with Mauritius. So I just want to quickly talk about our route network. So currently our route network, if I can enlarge this. It's just tell me if you guys can still see my screen. Okay, so
much better, thank you.
Much better. Okay, our route network currently, as you can see, the red route is our main route. Okay, all the other colored route lines are with our partner airlines, who, as you can see on the my right side from your left, is Air France, Emirates, KLM, South African Airways, Kenya, Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong Airlines, Air India, Virgin Australia, and Air Austral. Those are our partner airlines that service our routes, partnering with Mauritius. Okay, so for example, if you have a person flying on Air France and or a Flying Blue Club member, they will still earn their partner miles if you fly with MK. Just gives you an example. So they will still earn partner miles because they are our partner. Okay, so brief, quick overview. We've got Cape Town. It's now starting as of the 16th of November, which I'll go into some further detail for you guys, as well as Perth, Australia. Has already started as of yesterday, as well as Kuala Lumpur. Again, more details will be shared in the next few slides. But yeah, those are our 2 new routes that we've just started and back. And like I said, we're going to start bringing back most of our routes that we did have pre-COVID. But like I said, it does take a bit of time. Just a run through of our airline partners. So if you have travelers who are frequent flyers with any of these other airlines, or Emirates, or if they're Malaysian frequent flyer members, they will still earn their miles using MK as part of their ticket. Just a reminder on that. And please note that our sectors are not married. So when you do a route, let's say for Kuala Lumpur, you're going to have to book it, provisionally book it and quote it, because it won't, we don't feature on Fair Shopper because the sectors are not married. And there is a silver lining to that, because there's pros and cons to married sectors. Some agents prefer the unmarried sectors, some agents prefer the married sectors. But I think, to your ease of changing and reissuing. I think unmarried sectors is a lot easier for you. If you've got quite a long itinerary, you're going to have to go through to each airline involved and ask them to unmarry the sectors. So it is complicated. We have been listening to the agents, and I think for now we will stay as unmarried sectors. You'll have to make a fictitious booking and quote. It will not feature on your Fair Shopper or your Fair Quote Best Buy entry. So if it's not there, don't think that we do not have availability and we don't have fares. Please look at our route network map, see if we can quote an MK, give us opportunity and compare the pricing, because our routes, especially after Australia, I mean, our flight Mauritius to Perth is 6 hours. It's really a no-brainer. Why send them to Dubai or Doha when they can be flown across geographically, strategically located from Mauritius? It's just across 6 hours. So it's shorter flying time, and like I said, our fares are really, really, really good. Currently we have only the two. We've got well, we got three, but we don't really have the ATR in South Africa. The two equipment types that are operating to South Africa is A350 900, which is a wide body, and then the A330 900 neo, which is a narrow body. Configuration wise, you'll see it's a little bit different on the next few slides. But if you look at business class, you have the same number of seats business class, complete live flatbeds in business class. Economy class on the A350 is 298 seats, and in the A330 it's 260 seats, because it's a slightly narrow body. Okay, these are the two brand new equipment types that are operating into South Africa and servicing the routes that we are operating from Mauritius, for example, London, Perth, France, and those other areas. All our old aircraft, like the A319s, have been retired. Our decor within the aircraft, you'll see, are also we've toned down our colors. Yes, Mauritius is bright, it's colorful, it's an island, it's a happy vibe. But I think within the aircraft, we've toned down the colors to your browns and beiges and the blues, just for more calming, more comfortable experience on board, and not having these bright orange seats as your seating. So our aircraft have been refurnished, whether you go out on the A350 or back on the A330, you are getting the same kind of experience. It's just obviously one's a narrow body and the other one's a more wide body. Just quickly, I know there's been a lot of questions around, are we getting additional flights for December? We have introduced these two flights on the 9th as well as the 10th. The 9th and the 16th, basically. So there are evening flights, which means they will leave Johannesburg at 1:25 in the morning. Okay, so to check in, your passengers will have to check in the night before at about 10 p.m. at night. That's 1:25 flights. These are the additional flights we've added for our December route. I know that you have a question of what's happening on the 26th of December, the 27th, because those are in high demand, those dates. We're hoping to get maybe some more, but at the moment, look, these are the only two that we currently have. If we do get any additional, I will let you guys know. You will receive an email from Letitia, and we will advise the trade accordingly. But these are the two additional flights that we do have for December currently. Right, and in returning, obviously, Mauritius, you would leave at 21:05 in the evening, and then arrive in Johannesburg at 23:40 for coming back. So yes, look out for those flights. There's still availability on them. The operators, you got your own operator, you possibly look at your allocation. Let us know if you don't see these flights or availability. Obviously, if it's not on the GDS, it means that they're full. But you can always clarify or get more updates from us on my side. You can call me or email me, and I can just double check everything for you. Cape Town, as I mentioned, 6th of November, it's a big thing for us this month. We're having a big launch in Cape Town, Sega dancing and all the bells and whistles at the airport. It's very exciting. Our flight departs Cape Town at 22:05 in the evening and arrives at 5:10 in the morning. It's a beautiful time because you basically arrive in the morning in Mauritius, which is nice. And if you have these clients that are, that can't get on a flight out of Johannesburg or don't like a flying times out of Durban, because it's normally the case. If you have a family in Cape Town, let them fly to Cape Town, have lunch with the family, and then fly out of Cape Town to Mauritius. Maybe there's a nice combination that we can maybe discuss with Thompson's at a later stage, where we can combine accommodation or a day tour in Cape Town and let them fly out of Cape Town to Mauritius as a nice package for your clients or an option. So I think that is something that we will discuss further with Thompson first. So we are looking forward to that, to promote it and encourage people to move to travel from Durban to Cape Town, but also in that trying to negotiate better at domestic fares, because your domestic fares are very high at the moment. I mean, I know that Durban Cape Town is about 3.5, if not more, 4,000 rand, depending on dates of travel. It is quite high. So we are looking at negotiating better add-on fares. We are co-chair partner with SAA, not SA Airlink. So just bear that in mind, we're not partnered with Airlink at all. Perth, we've started operating as of the 1st November. There was a huge launch. Koala Bear came out at the airport. There was a big, it was a big party with Mauritius that we started to fly back to Perth. Very exciting stuff. 2 flights weekly. We do offer the STVC program on the leg back, where we don't connect, so minimum of 2 nights in Mauritius. And obviously on your side, you can upsell that to, let the travelers stay longer in Mauritius, let them break the trip from the flight to Australia and spend some more time in Mauritius. So you can do that. You nice upsell on that kind of package, if that's an option, if your travelers have the money and they've got the time to do that. Kuala Lumpur, also 2 weekly flights as of the 1st of November yesterday. So yes, very exciting stuff happening. Most of my team is currently down in Cape Town for the launch. So it's going to be great. Our seats are still available for Cape Town. It's up until the 15th of January, the Cape Town flight is a seasonal flight, but it's still available. If the flights were fully booked already for Cape Town, we would understand the demand and obviously extend the Cape Town flight schedule. But at the moment, we're not, because look, there's still seats available, and until those flights are fully booked, then there's sort of an option that head office will consider. Okay. Just some more details on our equipment. Okay, as I mentioned, business class on the top left-hand corner, complete lie flat beds, touchscreen in-flight entertainment. As I mentioned, the colors have completely changed. You got the grays, the blues, and the browns. Very calming. This image here with the LED blue LED strip lighting, that has been the turn of the lights that stays on, and it's actually so lovely because it changes color from like the orange, the purple, the lilac, the different colors, that it just changes the whole interior of the aircraft. It's very calming and our ceilings on our aircraft are higher. Our overhead cabin halls are the biggest. Most A350s have got the same size cabin halls, but we're happy to have the A350 on our fleet for those cabin halls because of the hand luggage. And yeah, what I also just wanted to point out to you on business class, the seating configuration is, as you can see on the right hand side, the 2 seats on the front, those are ideally perfect for a honeymoon couple or a husband and wife. You would need to request these seats in advance. You can't do it at the last minute. All business class seats have access to the aisle. So, like if you look at the row behind, you'll see that the armrests are between the seats. Look, they are still next to one another. It's just that they've got the armrests next to one another. So you do get your fussy travelers that want to be right next to one another. Then yes, those are the seats that you will have to book, the ones right up front or the 3rd row, because as you can see, every 2nd row, you've got the 2 seats together. And then against the window, it's 1 seat, and the armrest is at a different, it's on a different side, alternatively for each seat. So 28 seats in business class, but yes, seats do get filled up so quickly. If you know you've got your very difficult travelers and your agents that have difficult clients, please make sure that their seats are requested well in advance. Economy class, as you can see, configuration, the colors, pretty much the same. The seats are wider, 18-inch wide, and the business is 23 inches. And then on the A350, the configuration is a 333 configuration. All right, and then obviously business class is 121. A330, which is a narrow body, is a 242 configuration. Same in-flight entertainment, touch screen, nice connectivity. I do want to mention Wi-Fi, but that's on our next slide. Please take note of the headrests on these seats where they have the pillows. For groups, and if you have a nice family group, a reunion group that you want to do something special for, we can brand these headrests. For a group, it generally works a lot cheaper if you have a group of 50 or more, because then you can work in the printing price into the group cost. Our group fares, pop us a mail to the groups department and we'll quote you on a group fare, and we generally respond within 48 hours. And that has been the case. If you find that there is a delay, something, like I said, please call me. Okay. Some more information. Our meals, all our meals on board are halal. You don't need to request halal meals. Everything is prepared halal style. It's prepared Mauritian cuisine type spices. They use it's very Mauritian style cooking that's been used on our flights. Foods are prepared in Mauritius. Our aircraft, as you know, do not sleep in Johannesburg, so nothing is taken from South Africa. Everything's brought in from Mauritius, and as I mentioned, the meals are, they're cooked and they're prepared very Mauritian style, very Creole cuisine, the spices, the Indian influence as well. Our teas, we offer wonderful teas on board. As Mauritius, is very popular for its various types of teas. And obviously we use French wine because of our connection with France. I do also want to mention, we've also just signed up an agreement with Air Canada. Why Air Canada and Emirates as well? Because it is the French influence. As you know, Mauritius is majority is French speaking. So Air Canada being French as well, that's why there's this connection, and that's why there has been an agreement signed. France is, as you know, a big partner of Mauritius. A lot of support comes from France for Mauritius because they are very closely related. This slide just talks about our amenities currently on our flight. Business class, we used to have Christian Lacroix. We've now got Porsche, as you can see, the light blue and the dark blue bags. Economy class, we've got the Dodo bags, but these are only provided on our long haul flights. Joburg Mauritius, you won't get these amenities. You'll only get them on the Joburg Paris via Mauritius, or Joburg Perth via Mauritius, or Kuala Lumpur. So the long haul flights, you will get these amenity kits. The children still get the amenity kits on our Mauritius route, which is lovely. As you can see, we've changed it. I don't know if you recall what we used to give up before, but now we've also included for the babies. Moms are always in a rush and always worrying about packing all the stuff for the baby, and you can take your extra set of napkins to take on board with you, or your extra bottle. The baby might have dropped it out of the pram at the airport. So it's just nice to have a little pack like this given to the baby, to the family, on board a flight, just in case, you've run out or you've lost an item. Kiddies pack the water bottle, there's a cap, there's a little backpack where they can take to the beach for them, and entertainment. And the bottom one is also a different sample of the entertainment that the kids would get. Really excited. I mean, kids love this kind of program. Okay, new thing that's pretty much on the A350s and the A330s, the new equipment aircraft. We got Wi-Fi on board. Look, I don't know how many people connect for 4 hours to Mauritius or decide they want to work for 4 hours on a flight, but who works on flights to Mauritius? But if you do, look, you do have access to your Wi-Fi. If you don't want to use your data, you would obviously put your phone on airport mode, access Mauritius Wi-Fi, and they will tap your card for the cost of how long you want to use the Wi-Fi for on board. We've also used to give out the Island magazine, which, as you know, with COVID and sanitary. You didn't really want to get paid into somebody else's magazine and their fingerprints and sanitary purposes. We've come out with Press Reader. It's an app that you can download free of charge. Gives you access to over 7,000 newspapers and magazines from around the world. And this is accessible on your tablet or on your phone, even on your laptop if you're working or if you want to read a magazine. You can access those magazines and obviously also the languages of choice, which is quite nice. There is no more in-flight magazine, which is not a bad thing actually. Cultural flyer program. Look, with if you're members, if you know travelers that are frequent flyers every year to Mauritius, let them sign up as a cultural flyer. It doesn't cost anything, as you know, with most frequent flyer programs. It doesn't cost anything. They earn their miles, they benefit, they get upgrades, they get extra luggage, being gold or silver. So there's so many benefits. A lot of these slides, information, what I've put on this presentation, I've taken it off our website. So if I've spoken too fast or if you've missed something, pop me a mail with a question, or you can just go onto our website, mauritius.com, and all these slides with the information on our programs are on our website. It will be revamped and upgraded, but information, if you need to access it, is currently on our website. But I've just taken snippets, so I don't have to give you this by PowerPoint this morning. I just wanted to give you guys a brief outlook of what we offer on our new aircraft and equipment and what facilities we have on board. Okay, groups. I'm not sure how many of you do groups or if you get any kind of inquiries. As mentioned, our headdress, we can print them for you. We can help you with the description of a group at the airport. If you need a salesperson to be at the airport, your group, you call me with pleasure and we can make arrangements. I can be at the airport to help you with the group. We can also put the group's name on our screens behind our counters at the airport. So please let us know in advance that you would like like a screen with a group name saying welcome XYZ, welcome on Mauritius, from Thompson Tour. So you can put a little message on our screen in the back, but obviously let me know in advance so we can arrange this for you, because there might be other groups and they would have maybe had a first option if they'd asked for it first. So please let me know if we can assist with that. We're small enough to be able to do all these things, but also it's really not a no to any question that you might have. We will try and do our best to try and accommodate like special occasions on board. Look, pre-COVID, we used to have with a cake for passengers who were celebrating their birthday on our flights, or champagne. Look, we did do that pre-COVID. It can be requested, but obviously at a cost. So you just let us know what you want us to arrange, but give us like a week's notice just to be able to arrange everything with the staff, and also to know which staff is coming into Joburg to arrange it with. Because as I mentioned, our aircraft do not sleep in Joburg. They come in with the same crew and they leave with the same crew. There is no change of crew in Johannesburg. Groups, like I mentioned, send us a quote request on our groups form, and we will respond within 48 hours for a group. Okay, and I think that's me. I don't want to take too much of your time. So lastly, I counted at the airport, especially now for the high season. They do open at 8:30 in the morning for the 1:15 flight. So yeah, so if you have travelers who would able to do online booking and get the seating done, you can be at the airport early, help us at our counters open and get the seating sorted and organized. I know that recently our website for the online booking has been giving out a message saying standby because of online restriction. Don't panic if your booking still confirmed. It's just a silly message that we have asked our head office to change in response to say that the online booking is not restricted. You have to then do booking at the airport. So we've asked them to change the message from standby to rather say further check-in can only be done at the airport. Golf bags still go free on our aircraft. As you know, it's 2 pieces of 20 kilos in economy and 2 pieces of 30 kilos in business class, and your golf bags. If you have this golfers, you want to take the golf bags with them, that's their it's free of charge at no extra. any questions, if anyone has a very urgent question right now, I don't know if we've got time. Anybody?
Looks like you've covered everything.
I think so. There's no question. So, if
Anybody?
I spoke too fast, please, guys. Sorry. I did talk fast, but I really don't want to waste your time and too much of your time. Now, but you guys are.
Yeah. But you've covered everything. So I'm just going to ask one more time. Anybody? Any questions for Belinda? Anyone? It seems like you've covered everything.
I have, but like I said, guys, my details are on travel info. If you need to get hold of me, Philippa's got my details as well, and Linda and the team at the head office. Please ask them to send you my details, share it with you. But yeah, I'm here. Call me. I'm at your service. So please, if you need help with Mauritius, just give me a ring. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for your time. And everyone says thank you as well for the lovely presentation and the updates as well. Thank you for your time, for giving us this presentation. We're really, really appreciated. Thank you again. And that's it from us.
Awesome. Thank you, Philippa. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you. And
you.
everyone, have a wonderful day and a great week of what's left of it. Enjoy. Yeah, it's Wednesday today. Take care and see you next week. And remember that this presentation is recorded. So if everyone's looking for it, we're glad to send it through to them.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, lovely day further. Bye. Bye.